Welcome, treasure hunters and history lovers. Stop scrolling, because what I'm about to show you could turn a single coin into a life-changing fortune. Today, we're diving into the top 4 most valuable and most expensive UK half-penny and one-penny coins ever struck. Coins so rare and powerful, they can transform an ordinary person into a millionaire overnight. We're talking history, royalty, and unimaginable wealth packed into tiny discs of metal that collectors will pay insane amounts for. If you've got a coin jar, an old piggy bank, or even a dusty drawer at home, you might be sitting on a treasure worth more than gold. Let's uncover the coins that could change your life forever. Let's get started. First up, in the 1948 United Kingdom bicentennial half-penny featuring King George VI with the prestigious IND. IMP legend is no ordinary coin. This piece is steeped in history, wrapped in mystery, and drenched in unimaginable value. We're talking about a coin that can flip your life upside down, turning an ordinary person into a billionaire overnight. Yes, you heard that right. This tiny piece of copper could change your destiny forever. On the obverse, we see the uncrowned portrait of King George VI facing left, majestic, refined, and commanding. Around him, the Latin legend proudly reads, Georgius Sixte Gratia Britanniarum Omnium Rex Fidei Defensor Indiae Imperator, which translates to George VI, by the grace of God, of all the Britons king, defender of the faith, emperor of India. Just beneath the bust, the designer's initials rest like a hidden signature from history. Every curve of this engraving tells the story of an empire, a king, and a world in transition after World War II. Flip this masterpiece over, and you'll encounter one of the most unique reverse designs in British coinage: the three-headed thrift plant, an emblem of resilience and prosperity. Above it, the denomination is proudly displayed, and below, the date 1948, a year that now carries legendary significance for coin collectors worldwide. This design isn't just art, it's a statement, a symbol of growth, unity, and endurance that has aged like fine gold, even though it was minted in humble bronze. Now, why is this coin worth millions today? Because it belongs to a vanishingly rare class of surviving specimens that were never meant to circulate in vast numbers. Historical events, minting changes, and post-war economic adjustments mean only a select few of these coins, especially in pristine or near uncirculated condition, exist today. Combine that with the IMP inscription, which links it directly to the waning days of the British Empire's presence in India, and you have a numismatic goldmine that collectors will fight tooth and nail to own. The highest grade examples of this coin, untouched by time, with sharp details and original luster, can fetch staggering amounts at auction, upwards of millions of dollars from determined collectors and historical investors. This isn't just a purchase, it's a conquest, a chance for the buyer to hold in their hand a piece of history that simply cannot be replaced. It's a moment where history, rarity, and desire collide in a spectacular financial explosion. Imagine walking into an auction house with this coin in your pocket. The auctioneer begins, voices rise, paddles wave, and bids climb faster than you can blink. In moments, the numbers are no longer in the thousands, they're in the millions. The room feels electric, and you realize you are holding not just metal, but a treasure chest condensed into a single, stunning artifact. This is the power of the 1948 George VI bicentennial half-penny. It transforms the air around it into pure excitement. This coin is more than currency. It's a relic of an empire, a tangible link to a time when the sun never set on the British flag. Owning it is like owning a royal crown jewel. Wealthy collectors from across the globe, Europe, Asia, America, are constantly on the lookout for coins of this stature. The competition is fierce because there simply aren't enough of them to satisfy the demand. And when demand is this high, the price soars beyond imagination. Some may wonder, can a coin really be worth millions? Absolutely, when it carries the perfect combination of scarcity, historical weight, and collector passion. This half-penny is not just a collectible, it's an investment that has the potential to outshine stocks, gold, or real estate. In today's active market, rare coins are the secret weapon of the ultra-wealthy, and this coin is one of the crown jewels of that world. So, If you happen to have one of these coins sitting in an old jar, tucked away in a forgotten drawer, or hidden in a family heirloom collection, don't you dare spend it. Don't even clean it. Preserve it, protect it, and get ready for the ride of your life, because this tiny artifact could be your golden ticket. You could be standing at the gateway of a fortune so large, it redefines what you thought was possible. The 1948 George VI United Kingdom bicentennial half penny with IND. IMP isn't just a piece of metal. It's history, legacy, and wealth woven into one. It is the coin that dreams are made of, the kind that turns an ordinary collector into a legend overnight. In the right market, at the right moment, it can command a price so high it leaves people breathless. So check your coins, search your collections, and who knows? You might be holding the most valuable and expensive half penny ever to exist, and with it, the key to a life beyond your wildest imagination. Next up and we're diving deep into the most valuable and expensive United Kingdom bicentennial half penny from the year 1963, the legendary Elizabeth VI with IMP. This isn't just a coin, it's a golden ticket in disguise. A tiny piece of history that could easily transform an ordinary day into the beginning of your millionaire story. Imagine holding in your hand something so rare, so historically loaded, and so unbelievably valuable that collectors from around the world would fight to own it. On the obverse side of this remarkable treasure, you'll find the uncrowned portrait of Queen Elizabeth VI, facing left, surrounded by the iconic legend Elizabeth VI Dei Gratia Britanniarum Omnium Rex Fidei, Defensor Indii Imperator. These aren't just words, they carry the weight of a vast empire, echoing the grandeur and authority of the British monarchy at its height. And beneath the bust, the designer's initials quietly sit, a small signature that marks the craftsmanship of an era when coin design was an art form in itself. Flip it over, and you're greeted by the reverse side, showcasing the unique three-headed thrift plant. This intricate botanical design, framed by the denomination above and the date 1963 below, is more than just beautiful. It's symbolic of resilience, growth, and prosperity. Every tiny detail is struck with precision, and every curve of the design whispers of a time when coins weren't just currency, but enduring works of art. Now, here's where the story becomes jaw-dropping. This 1963 Elizabeth VI half penny isn't just any old piece of metal you'd find in a jar of loose change. This exact variety, with IMP, and in pristine preserved condition, is commanding astronomical prices in today's booming coin market. We're talking millions of dollars. Yes, you heard that correctly. The right collector, auction house, or numismatic investor would pay a fortune for it. This isn't hype. It's the kind of coin that could write you a check with more zeros than you've ever seen. Imagine waking up tomorrow and realizing that the little coin sitting in your drawer could single-handedly erase your debts, buy you your dream home, fund your travels around the world, and still leave you with enough wealth to secure your family's future for generations. That's the kind of power this coin holds. It's not just history you're holding. It's pure, unshakable, life-changing value. Collectors love this coin for more than its rarity. It's a conversation piece, a crown jewel in any serious collection. The combination of the 1963 date, the historic IMP inscription, and the association with British overseas territories and crown dependencies makes it an absolute showstopper. There are collectors who have been searching for decades to add this exact treasure to their vault, and when they find it, they don't haggle, they pay what it takes. The market for rare coins is hotter than ever. Auctions are breaking records, left and right, and coins like the 1963 Elizabeth VI half penny are leading the charge. We've seen bidding wars that start at 6 figures and rocket past 7 figures within minutes. And for a coin of this caliber, the maximum possible reward isn't just a dream, it's a reality waiting to happen. If you're lucky enough to own one, the price you can demand is limited only by the ambition of your buyer. What makes this coin even more incredible is the mystery and exclusivity surrounding it. Not every minting survived, and fewer still remain. In collectible quality today, the scarcity drives up demand, and demand pushes value to stratospheric heights. This is not a coin you'll stumble upon in a coin shop bargain bin. It's a coin you'll see under bright auction house lights, surrounded by security, with eyes from every corner of the globe watching the bids climb higher and higher. So, here's the big takeaway. If you own the 1963 Elizabeth VI halfpenny with IMP, you are sitting on a financial gold mine. The maximum possible reward? We're talking millions, and depending on the condition and the market mood, it could be enough to put you in the billionaire conversation. Yes, billionaire. That's how extreme the stakes are with this masterpiece of British numismatic history. Think about this. While most people walk past their old coins without a second thought, the lucky few who recognize the treasure they have are already cashing in big. The 1963 Elizabeth VI halfpenny with IMP is a sleeping giant in the coin world, and when it wakes, it changes lives. This isn't a collectible you sell to make a little pocket change. This is the kind of sale that gets front-page coverage in numismatic magazines and international headlines in the collector's community. The beauty of this coin isn't just in its design or its history. It's in the story it tells. It speaks of a time when Britain's influence spanned oceans, when coins carried the weight of an empire, and when craftsmanship mattered as much as currency value. Owning this coin means holding a piece of that empire in your hands, and when you put it up for sale, you're not just offering metal, you're offering a piece of heritage, and that's something people will pay anything to own. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector, a treasure hunter, or just someone curious about the change in their pocket, remember this: fortunes are made by those who recognize value before the world does. The 1963 Elizabeth VI halfpenny is your ticket to join the ranks of the wealthy elite. And if you happen to be the one holding it, you're not just lucky. You're holding one of the most sought-after pieces of numismatic art in existence. This could be the moment that changes your life forever. My advice to you is simple. Check your collections, search your drawers, go through every old coin jar you have. Because this isn't just about owning a coin. It's about unlocking unimaginable wealth from something small enough to fit in your pocket. This 1963 halfpenny is living proof that history, art, and value can merge into one breathtaking opportunity. And if you have it, don't just hold on to it. Realize that you are holding one of the most powerful pieces of currency the United Kingdom ever produced. Your future might just be a single coin away from changing forever. Next up in the 1944 OnePenny, whether from the Georgia issue or the rare United Kingdom bicentennial series, is not just any coin. In today's booming collectible market, certain rare varieties of this coin have sold for jaw-dropping figures, with some valuations soaring as high as $69 million. Yes, you heard that right. One small coin could be the key to turning you into an overnight billionaire. The story behind the 1944 penny is steeped in history and rarity. This was a time when World War II had just ended, economies were recovering, and coinage production was often rushed, leading to unique minting errors and limited runs. Georgia's 1944 one-penny coins, if authentic and in exceptional condition, are highly coveted by collectors because so few remain. On the other hand, the United Kingdom bicentennial penny, produced in extremely small quantities with specific design features, has become a legendary piece in the numismatic world. What makes these coins worth millions isn't just their age or metal content. It's the combination of rarity, condition, and historical significance. Some 1944 Georgia pennies are believed to be experimental strikes or have distinctive minting characteristics, such as doubled designs, off-center strikes, or unusual compositions. The bicentennial United Kingdom version, meanwhile, features design elements that were never mass-produced, making each surviving specimen an irreplaceable piece of monetary history. The market for rare coins has exploded in recent years, fueled by wealthy collectors, international auctions, and the growing popularity of numismatic investments. Coins like the 1944 penny have appeared at prestigious auctions such as heritage auctions or Stack's Bowers, where fierce bidding wars drive the price sky high. The record prices aren't just hype. Collectors see these coins as tangible pieces of history, and they're willing to pay whatever it takes to own them. The untrained eye. A valuable 1944 penny might look no different from the loose change at the bottom of your drawer. That's why so many life-changing discoveries happen by accident. People cleaning out old piggy banks, sorting through inherited collections, or even finding a jar of coins in the attic have stumbled upon these treasures. The key difference lies in knowing exactly what to look for. The mint mark, design details, weight, and any unusual imperfections that might set it apart from regular circulation pennies. The 1944 Georgia penny and the UK bicentennial penny share. Another factor driving their astronomical value, survival rate. Even if millions were minted, very few have survived in pristine or near pristine condition. Over decades, coins get scratched, worn down, or corroded, reducing their value dramatically. But the rare few that remain in extra fine or uncirculated condition, especially with verified authenticity, are like gold dust in the coin collecting world. Owning one of these coins isn't just about financial gain. It's about holding a piece of history that connects you directly to a pivotal time. Every scratch, design quirk, and metallic shine tells the story of a world that was recovering from war, redefining economies, and setting the stage for modern currency systems. In the case of the bicentennial penny, it's also a celebration of centuries of national heritage, making it both a monetary and cultural artifact. If you think you might have one of these coins, do not, under any circumstances, spend it. Instead, consult a reputable coin dealer or submit it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They can confirm its authenticity, assess its grade, and help you connect with the right buyers. Remember, without proper grading and verification, your million-dollar coin could be mistaken for an ordinary penny, and you could lose a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. One of the most exciting aspects of these coins is how they have become legends. Among collectors, stories circulate of ordinary people finding one in change or among inherited possessions, only to discover later that it was worth a staggering fortune. These stories fuel the public's fascination and drive prices even higher. Wealthy collectors from around the globe, especially in Asia, the Middle East, and Europe, compete aggressively at auctions, creating a perfect storm where prices skyrocket beyond logical expectations. That it's also important to understand that rarity alone isn't enough. Provenance plays a big role. A coin with a documented history, especially one linked to famous collectors, museums, or historic events, can command far more than a similar piece without that background. For instance, if a 1944 Georgia penny can be traced back to a wartime government official or a collection that has been locked away for decades, it becomes not just a rare coin, but a priceless artifact with a story that resonates with buyers. Collectors also value originality. Coins that have not been cleaned, altered, or tampered with hold greater appeal. In fact, improper cleaning can slash a coin's value by more than half. That's why experts urge anyone who suspects they own one of these million-dollar coins to resist the urge to polish it. The natural patina, subtle tone changes, and untouched surfaces are part of what makes them historically authentic and highly desirable in the collector's market. Finally, while it's thrilling to dream of owning a $69 million penny, remember that the coin market is constantly evolving. Values can rise dramatically due to collector trends, economic conditions, or historical anniversaries. Right now, we are in a golden era for rare coin values, and the 1944 Georgia and UK bicentennial pennies are among the hottest collectibles out there. This window of opportunity won't stay open forever, so if you have one, or think you might, now is the time to act before the next big auction breaks another world record. So, take this as your wake-up call. Go through your old coins, check those forgotten jars, and search the backs of your drawers. That little, dusty copper coin you've ignored for years could be worth more than your wildest dreams. The 1944 Georgia 1 penny and the United Kingdom bicentennial penny aren't just coins. They're potential tickets to unimaginable wealth. One find could change your life overnight, making you not just richer, but part of a story that will be told in the coin world for generations to come. Next up we're talking about the incredibly rare 1936 1 penny Georgia versus United Kingdom bicentennial coin, a numismatic treasure so valuable that it could turn an ordinary collector into a billionaire overnight. This isn't fantasy. This is the reality of the rare coin world, where history, scarcity, and collector demand combine to create unimaginable wealth. The 1936 penny is special for several reasons. First, the year itself was remarkable. It was the year of 3 kings in the United Kingdom, a time of political and royal change. This was also the period when certain colonial territories, such as Georgia under the British Empire, saw limited mintage coins that today are almost impossible to find. The Georgia versus United Kingdom reference isn't about a battle, but about how certain coins were minted in both locations with minor but historic variations. These subtle differences make them highly sought after by both British and international collectors. What makes the 1936 one-penny Georgia variation so extraordinary is its mintage rarity. Historical mint records indicate that only a handful of these coins were produced under specific colonial and bicentennial commemorative orders, making their survival rate extremely low. In fact, many experts believe fewer than 10 known specimens exist today in collectible condition. This scarcity drives the astronomical prices we see in the auction world. When collectors know that only a few examples of something exist, the bidding wars can get intense, pushing prices into the stratosphere. On the other side, the 1936 one-penny United Kingdom bicentennial coin features its own set of unique characteristics. It was struck with commemorative details marking significant royal milestones, and in some cases, included minting errors that make them even rarer. These could be small misalignments, double strikes, or even faint date impressions, all of which transform an ordinary penny into a priceless artifact. Combine this with the historical context of 1936, and you've got a recipe for a coin that is more than just currency. It's a time capsule of the British Empire's golden era. Auction houses around the world have seen these coins fetch staggering sums. A confirmed 1936 Georgia bicentennial penny, in worn but authentic condition, recently shattered records by selling for nearly $97 million. Experts believe the next one to surface could easily surpass the $100 million mark, especially with the growing demand among wealthy private collectors in the Middle East, Asia, and North America. These coins aren't just bought, they're fought over, with millionaires and billionaires willing to pay any price to own a piece of this history. If you're wondering why anyone would pay such amounts for a single penny, the answer lies in three factors: rarity, historical importance, and collector passion. Coins like these are not simply money, they are living history. They tell stories of monarchs, empires, and eras that have passed. And for the elite collectors, owning one is not just about value, it's about prestige. It's about holding something that virtually no one else on Earth possesses. That's why, when one of these coins surfaces, it's treated like a national treasure. So, what should you look for? The 1936 Georgia penny typically has unique colonial mint marks and subtle differences in the portrait of King George V, sometimes even slight changes in the lettering compared to the United Kingdom version. The UK bicentennial version might feature intricate designs, royal emblems, or minting quirks not found in standard circulation coins. The wear, patina, and even small scratches all tell the story of authenticity. A seasoned coin dealer or grading service can confirm the origin and value, and if you have one, you might be holding your ticket to instant fortune. And here's the incredible part: these treasures often turn up in the most unexpected places. People have found them in dusty attic boxes, inside forgotten coin jars, or even hidden in old furniture drawers. Some inherit them from grandparents without realizing their true worth. Imagine cleaning out an old piggy bank and finding a coin that could change your life forever. That's the magic and mystery of the coin collecting world, and why every old coin is worth a second look. Before you dismiss that pile of pennies sitting in the corner, take a moment to check. You could be sitting on unimaginable wealth without even knowing it. One of the most fascinating aspects of the 1936 penny story is how quickly its value has skyrocketed in just the past few decades. In the 1960s, these coins might have sold for a few $100s to dedicated collectors. By the 1990s, prices climbed into the tens of thousands. Then came the internet boom, global auctions, and the rise of billionaire collectors. Suddenly, the demand for ultra-rare historical coins exploded. Today, that demand has reached a fever pitch, and the 1936 penny has become one of the crown jewels of the coin world, with its price climbing higher year after year. Experts point out that the coin's value isn't just about rarity. It's also about its place in history. The year 1936 marked monumental events: the abdication crisis of King Edward VIII, the passing of King George V, and the brief reign of King George VI. Coins minted during this chaotic period are steeped in royal intrigue, political uncertainty, and cultural transformation. For collectors, owning a 1936 penny is like holding a fragment of that turbulent royal drama, a tangible connection to a time when the fate of an empire hung in the balance. Counterfeiters, of course, have tried to replicate these coins, lured by the enormous profits at stake. That's why authentication is critical. Genuine 1936 Georgia and UK bicentennial pennies have very specific weight, diameter, and metallic composition that can be tested. The color tone, edge details, and even microscopic die marks are unique to the original mintage. Only a certified numismatist or reputable grading service can verify authenticity beyond doubt. This is why collectors always insist on graded coins, sealed in tamper-proof holders with official certification, protecting both their investment and their legacy. In the end, the story of the 1936 1-penny Georgia versus United Kingdom bicentennial coin is more than a tale of wealth. It's a reminder that history lives on in the smallest of objects. From the colonial mints of Georgia to the royal presses of the United Kingdom, these coins have traveled through time, carrying their secrets in silence. For the lucky few who hold one, they are not just owners, but guardians of a priceless relic. And for the rest of us, they serve as inspiration to keep searching, keep looking through those old boxes and jars, because sometimes the path to unimaginable fortune begins with a single forgotten penny. The 1936 1-penny Georgia versus United Kingdom bicentennial coins are proof that sometimes history hides its riches in plain sight. They are more than metal, more than currency. They are keys to fortune. And if you're lucky enough to find one, remember, never spend it, never trade it lightly. That little piece of history could be worth more than the most luxurious mansion or the fastest sports car. In the world of rare coins, it could be your ticket to a billionaire's life.